Hi guys, so today's video is going to be pretty short and sweet, and like the title says, it's what are some books that you guys recommend. I absolutely love when you guys leave your book recommendations, and I have found some of my favorite books through the recommendations you guys have left for me, but I sometimes don't remember what the exact recommendation was, what the name of the book was, who the author was, and I can't remember which video your recommendation was commented in. I try to take screenshots of you guys' comments when you leave recommendations, but sometimes when I'm at the bookstore and I'm trying to look for a book, I just feel really bad being that person that's like looking at their phone and going through all the photos on their phone, trying to find the screenshot of your recommendation. So I just figured the easiest way for me to have a place to just find whatever you guys recommend would be if I dedicated a video to it so that I can just go to this video and scroll through the comments in this video. And don't worry about whether or not I have or haven't read the book that you want to recommend. Don't worry about if it turns out it's on my shelf. Don't feel dumb. Just don't worry about it. If you say like, I really like Warbreaker by Brandon Sanderson and I think more people should read it, I'm not going to comment and be like, I've read it, dummy. Haven't you watched all of my videos? That would be stupid. I'm not going to do anything like that. Feel free to recommend whatever you want to recommend. Don't worry about has she read it? Has she not read it? It's really not a big deal. Recommend whatever you'd like. That said, just because you guys recommend something, I feel really kind of bad saying this, but it doesn't mean that I'm absolutely going to pick it up for a number of reasons. One could be that I just can't find it at my local used bookstores. One could be that it doesn't sound interesting to me. One could be that it's a genre that I'm not really into. But I still want you guys to feel like you can recommend the books that you want to recommend. Even if I am not able to purchase it, maybe somebody else will see your recommendation in the comment section and maybe they'll want to read it. And ultimately, I think it's just fun getting to share our love of our favorite books with other people, whether it be me or somebody else in the comment section. I do have certain books that I will always be intrigued by. I do have certain genres that I am always wanting to pick up, and you guys can probably tell just by taking a glance behind me. I absolutely love fantasy. I do love fantasy both in young adult and adult. I like both genres. I'm not really too picky when it comes to who the target audience is. However, there are some other genres that I'm definitely interested in and I would love to get more into, and I just don't feel like I know of that many great books in those genres. So if you guys have any really amazing science fiction recommendations, any historical fiction recommendations, and then any contemporary recommendations, and I've started trying to read some contemporaries, and I think I like the kind of cutesy, maybe leans more toward the happier side, fun, silly kinds of contemporaries, just because I read so much fantasy and sometimes I need a light, fluffy read to break it up. I would also love to hear your recommendations for mystery books. Feel free to also leave any comic book or graphic novel recommendations. I've read a little bit of those, or manga. Also, definitely leave some manga recommendations, but my husband is a big comic book and manga fan, so if anything, even if it's not something that might appeal to me, it would probably potentially appeal to him. That's it though. Bottom line, if you have a book recommendation, feel free to leave it down below. I would also really appreciate if you guys don't mind. You could also let me know what the book is about. You can let me know who the author is. This just makes it a little easier to find the books. And I failed to mention this before, but your book recommendations do not need to be underhyped or underappreciated books. They can be popular books as well, but regardless, thank you guys so much for watching. I can't wait to see your book recommendations, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.